Hello, 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 everybody. Let's get this party started. Hello, hello. Today, for this is gonna be a review on the Family Business Season 5, Episode 5. So if you have not watched the episode, please wait until you watch the episode because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But if you proceed to watch this review, I'm going to put what I watched out here. Okay? So if you haven't watched it yet, click off, watch it, and come back. But if you don't mind spoilers, hey, stay by all means. I appreciate it. Anyway, this is the Family Business, Season 5, Episode 5. Choices and consequences. All things in this video are alleged and they are from my own personal opinions only, and they are used for entertainment purposes. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And let's get this party started. This episode starts at the club. They're at Club Oasis and it's open and it's on and popping. We're going to see Rio dancing and dropping it low and everybody getting a little groove on and having fun. And then up pops Nevada. So Rio was like, oh, you trying to make me lose my liquor license? And he was like, no, I've been trying to reach you all day. I just was trying to let you know that the guy that you were looking for that carjacked you all, that had moved to Georgia, is on a bus on his way back to New York as we speak. So he shows him a picture. So it was like, okay, that's what's up. We see Paris in the club getting her groove on. And as we have seen in some of the episodes, you can see where the Black Hamptons and the Family Business are doing a crossover, because we saw Alexander and all of them on the Black Hamptons last season. So now you're seeing Bobby the Beast on this season. He's in the club and him and Paris are dancing and they having fun and whoop to whoop. So they getting their little groove on. Then the next thing we know, we're going back to Donna's house where we see Junior looking like a fool. I don't care what nobody say. Junior is a fool in my eyes. And that's how I feel. I feel like Junior is a fool. I used to like Junior. Right now, I ain't feeling Junior too much. I'm not. It might change later on down the line, but right now, I don't like you, Junior. I don't. I don't like your mama either. But anyway, we'll see where Junior is, entertaining Dominique and Antonio Dash. And they're talking about creating a coalition of greatness. And this new coalition will be called the Alliance. An alliance of fools. Starting with Junior. Junior done became a straight fool in my mind. Well, they talking about, this will be his own dynasty. He'll be the boss. He'll be able to rule. He ain't got to listen to nobody. He ain't got to worry about asking LC to push him up in the ranks. He can start off as a boss. He gonna be a boss. Junior shouldn't even be a boss because he ain't nothing but love. I can't even call him a mama's boy. He a punk. But anyway, they were talking about different things because Donna's talking about taking over the drug world. Antonio was like, nah, we're not doing that. So basically, Donna was saying something and Tony Dash was saying something else. So they basically shut down whatever it was she was trying to say. They were shutting her down because, if we being honest, everybody that watches the show, we know they weren't interested in Donna anyway. Donna was never the focal point of this organization. They only went to Donna to use Donna to get to Junior. She was only a pawn in the game anyway. She was only being used to get to him. They weren't studying her for real. So, Tony asked Junior if he was his father's puppet or if he was his own man. So, Junior wants to be a man and he want to be this big boss or whatever. So, he all down for joining the alliance because he feel like, his family done did him wrong. So now he want to go against the family with these fools. I ain't mess up. How you go against your family for some fools? Just the dumbest he want to be. Anyway, we go back to Paris, dancing with Bobby. They go to her little section. They getting a little groove on. Then they end up leaving the party together. So she gets with Lawrence, and Lauren, is her cousin. That's Curtis's sister. So they end up leaving the party. Lauren is with Roman, and Paris is with Bobby. So they leave to go to Bobby's house to do whatever they're going to go there to do. Between seeing the people dancing and having fun at the club, we're going to see Orlando getting his, his little gang ready. You can see him on the plane getting his little gang. But you're going to see him doing that. At this time, we just see him on the plane with, security, getting his gang ready. We don't know where he's going at this particular time, but that's what we do see when they, they going back and forth from the club to the plane, club to the plane. Anyway, the next scene, we will see Donna calling Consuelo. And, Consuelo is now a member of LC's table. But Donna calls her to get some information. We don't know what information that was that she called. Well, I know now, which I'll tell you later. But right now, she called to get some information. And whatever that information was, baby, that information wasn't cheap. Because that information was $50K. Baby. But see, I ain't about that life. So, but that type of information, baby, you could keep it because, baby, you ain't, I can't give you $50K for not for no info. But I ain't about that life. These, thugs and criminals and things. So, they got their little coins. So, $50K would just drop in the bucket. So, she got her $50K for that little info she got. Next scene, we will see Paris waking up to a text message from Curtis letting her know that he will be back tonight. We will also see that she's still with Bobby the Beast. So, she wakes up. He wakes up beside her, telling her he don't want her to go. She's like, oh, I gotta go. They, kissing and getting the groove on. But anyway, they go downstairs. Lauren is asleep in one of the chairs, and so is Roman. So evidently they didn't get their freak on like the other two freaks. They just sat there and talked and whatever else they did, but they both fell asleep. So she wakes them up so they can go, and they leave. Next, we will see Dominique goes to see her husband because, she's still saying that Tony Dash is her husband, which technically he is not. He her little, piece, but he ain't her husband because technically she's still married to Alexander Quarter. So they've already gotten Junior on board on this alliance. So when she goes to Alexander and they have a conversation, and she was telling him, this is not a reunion. This is not anything on romance. This is me here with a proposition for you. Because, for you to get some money in revenge. Of course, Alexander is talking about, he's going to get Dominique back. Now, what he wants with Dominique, I don't know. She leave Dominique where she at. Because she done left you out here living her life in the world with this ninja. Then she come back to you to include you in some business with this man. Alexander, you is a little See, that's why LC was able to do what he did to you, because you a punk too. You was a punk. But anyway, Dominique has the conversation with him. Well, they don't show the conversation, but the conversation was basically about him joining the alliance to get back at LC so they can get their revenge and all that good stuff. Of course, he joins the alliance. That wasn't no surprise there. Who would, as much as he hated LC, of course he joined. The next scene we go to, we're going to see Paris and Lauren, and they're driving back home. Paris is asking Lauren, did you get your groove on or whatever? She's like, no, which I'm actually glad Lauren did not, because as some of us know, Roman is actually their cousin. It's going to be her first cousin, because that's Paris's and Rio's triplet, because he's part of the, I can't even call him a twin. He's part of the triplets, because the twins don't know they're a triplet, but that is their brother. So I'm glad she didn't get her groove on with her brother. I mean, with her cousin. Even though Paris was talking about if she hadn't got with Bobby the Beast, she would have got with Roman, and that would have been so nasty. Like, even though she don't know, it still would have been like, don't y'all do that. Don't y'all let them cousins and sisters and brothers, don't let them do that. Please don't let them do that. But anyway, Lauren was like, no, she don't get down like that. She don't, just be out and about. Because we know Paris and Sage was loose booties. Baby, they got their groove on here, there, and everywhere. But she said she don't get down like that. So Paris asked her, was she gay? And she was like, if you gay, you just gay. Because, we got Rio. See, he loud and proud. So if you gay, just say it. Lauren was like, why do people always think just because you're not loose that you got to be gay? So she said, no, I am not gay. I'm straight. I just don't sleep around. And then she asked Paris, well, she told Paris she wanted to leave that between them, because Paris was like, I can't wait to tell Rio this. And she was like, no, I want this to stay between us, just like them flowers from your dead ex. Paris like, noted. She got that. Check. And she was still sitting there telling her, you don't know how much you missing. You get flipped, dipped, turned around, flipped upside down, this, that, and that. So she basically trying to tell her all the stuff that she missed. It is what it is, baby. She ain't interested right now. So next we will see Junior with his fat head going to see Alejandro Zuniga. So Alejandro thinks that Junior is there on LC's behalf, and Junior tells him that him and his father are estranged. And then he had a nerve to call Chippy a homewrecker. He calls Chippy a homewrecker, baby, because as some people know that read the book, we know that Chippy was with Alejandro as her, she was a horror with Alejandro and stuff. And, she left Alejandro and went to LC, or LC helped find her or whatever. But, she was with Alejandro at one point in time. So he was asking Junior, what happened? What made you become estranged from your family? And he was talking about, he had been lied to his whole life. And he was telling them that Chippy was not his mother. So Alejandro was like, oh, so the truth finally came out. And so Junior was like, oh, so you knew? He was like, well, there were rumors. So he goes on to say, so if LC didn't send you, then why are you here? So he states that he came here personally to extend an invitation to him to join the alliance. So Alejandro is like, what's the purpose of the alliance? And Junior was like, the long-term goal is to, control the drug world all around the world. But, right present in the most pressing thing that he wants to do is to take down LC and his table. And of course, Alejandro all for that. Anybody that's again, because like they said, anybody that's an enemy of my enemy is a friend to me. But I just feel like if they're an enemy to your enemy, at some point they're gonna be an enemy to you, right? Y'all really think all of y'all trying to turn on people that you have worked with, but y'all think y'all can trust each other? No, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all ain't gonna be able to trust each other. And I don't even know what make you fools think you can. Next thing we'll see is Orlando getting his little straps, and he's exiting the plane. As of right now, we still don't know where he's going. We just see him exiting. We see him on the plane, then we see him exit the plane with a lot of pow-pows. We don't know where he's going, but we see him exiting the plane. The next thing we see is Roman is laying in the house. He sleep. There's somebody beating on the door. It wakes him up. He goes to answer. Brandon is at the door. Brandon is the guy that Nevada was telling Rio about at the start of the episode, which was one of the guys that was with Roman, because Roman and Brandon were the guys that carjacked Rio and Chippy. So he was telling Brandon that, he went out last night and his phone wasn't charged because Brandon was telling him, I've been calling you and calling you and calling you, and your phone going straight voicemail. So he was like, he was out all night and his phone hadn't been charged. So as he was talking to him, he plugged up his phone. He lets him know that, he met this fine girl that he was hanging out with last night. And, they was up to the wee hours of the morning. So Brandon was like, oh, so you hit. At first, I thought homeboy was going to be like, yeah, I hit. But I'm glad, he was like, no, I didn't smash. I didn't. And I can appreciate that from him. But like I said, I'm glad he didn't, because that is his first cousin. But then Brandon was like, I came here to show you this picture. And he shows him the picture of Rio. And he was like, isn't that the guy that, we carjacked or whatever? And he was like, yeah. He went to his mom's house looking for him because, what was that, last episode or the episode before that? He went to ask about purchasing this car that they were selling. So, that he knows that Rio is looking for him. So they trying to figure out how he was able to find out who he was. Like, baby, you done got intertwined and intertangled with some killers and you don't even know it. So the next scene, we will see our crazy Larry sitting in the doggone pool, getting his smoke on with a little cigar. He just sitting there chilling. Next thing you know, he got a hot piece of lead on the back of his head. And when I saw the arm, I said, not doggone. I said, oh, so this the info that Donna got, because the hand just told it for me. So it was, in fact, Donna. So the information that she got from Consuela was the location and stuff where Larry was. So she goes to where he is, put the little pow to his head, like she could have taken him out of here. And Larry was like, you know what? I always knew it was going to be a family member that took me out of here. Because she was like, Donna? It was like, who you thought it was, the Easter Bunny? It's like, nah, he don't even believe that it's real. Now, Santa Claus, he said, yeah, he real. He didn't talk to him. I said, yeah, he's still a Fruit Loop. And even with taking his medicine, he's still a freaking Fruit Loop. So he then turns around. He tells Donna, he said, I'm going to make it easy for you. He tells her, go ahead, I'm ready. So Donna fired the gun. Man, I said, God dog it, y'all done killed my cuckoo bird. Man, I just knew old crazy Larry was gone. But next thing we know, Larry was like, dang, You murdered this doggone war, murdered this fool. I was like, I thought you had to took doggone Larry up out of here. That had me nervous for a minute. I thought you had it in you, but I should have known better. But Donna states that, she didn't come to take him out. Larry told her, you ain't got the nerve. And she was like, try me. I'm like, girl, you ain't about that life for real. You really are not about that life. So she tells them, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Because you got to remember, back when he was really off his rocker, when he was over there at Fresh Meadows, when he was pretending to be the director and being the cuckoo bird run around here, where he went over there and scared the crap out of Donna. Yeah, he told her when no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So she came back to return the favor. And so he was like, you hunted me down just to tell me that. Donna was like, she felt like she wanted him to team up with her against LC. And so Larry was like, well, homegirl, I'm just going to have to let you know. I'm going to have to decline because something that you don't know, is me and my brother don't resolve our issues. We good to go. So whatever y'all doing, y'all can, step off, get the F off, go on about your business because I'm not going to take my brother out. You out of here. Going on, Becky, going on. So the next thing we'll see is Tony Dash, Antonio, Tony, whichever one he wants to be at this time, is going to see Brother Minister. Tell Brother Minister that he heard that he's not happy with LC. And of course, they present him with the offer of joining the alliance. So Brother Minister wants to know what's the deal with the alliance. And Tony Dash tells him it's superior to that of LC's table. It's a new alliance. It has fewer members and you'll get a higher cut. Of course he gonna join because all these criminals out for self. So he ain't got no loyalty. I see they ain't take their butts to Senior Cruz. I see they ain't go to Senior Cruz because they knew Senior Cruz wasn't about that mess. They went to all these suckers that they ain't want anyway. But anywho, the next scene we'll see is Roman going to the hospital to see his mom. He asks how she is. She tells him she's fine. And then he asks his aunt, who's also there, and she tells him that his mom is sick. She's real sick. Mom looks at sister like, why you told him that? But while they're standing there looking at each other all crazy and sideways, the doctor comes in. So when the doctor comes in, Roman asks the doctor, how his mom is doing. And she tells the doctor, that's her son and you can speak freely in front of him. So the doctor states that she's in acute renal failure and she needs a kidney transplant. And he was like, are you trying to tell me that my mom is going to die? And he was like, if she don't get that transplant, she going to be out of here. So he was like, well, you need to keep my mom alive. I don't care what y'all got to do. Because I just gave y'all 40 G's. So y'all got to do what y'all got to do. And I mean that. So he was like, okay. So some of that old Duncan blood coming up out of him. And he don't even realize. But the next scene we go to, we will see Paris and Curtis. Paris is asking Curtis, what did he find? And Curtis tells her that Niles Monroe is still alive. He's alive. He's alive. Paris asks if he's sure because she saw them cover him up. And then it goes to a flashback. And based on the flashback, she really didn't see them cover him. She saw them bring somebody out. Because when they brought somebody out, she walked off. Only for the rescue people to run out behind them, talking about, there's another guy in here and he's still alive, but barely. So that's what, Curtis tells her that 2 doors in the tub saved his life. And she says she's surprised, but She's scared. Homegirl's scared. And I can't even be mad at homegirl for being scared. So he talks about how, they took him to the hospital, they saved him. Then he was secretly removed from the hospital and moved to the US. Curtis then asked her if she's okay. She's like, no. Told him once he got to the US, he disappeared. And he's trying to figure out, so if he disappeared once he got to the US, he had to have some help. Paris tells him that he has an uncle, and that's the only person besides her that he trusted. So it'll have to be Uncle Willie. I think she said his name was Uncle Willie. But then she tells Curtis that if Niles is he has to find Niles, because if he's still alive, soon she won't be. So she's scared. She's scared. She's scared. She's scared. She's scared. How y'all about that life? You scared? Paris is scared, baby. She is scared. Y'all better help save Paris. She is scared. So we see the alliance, which is Alexander Cora, Alejandro Zuniga. You got Brother Minister. You got Tony Dash. You got Junior. You got Donna. You got Dominique Leroux. I think them were all the people. It was some more people up there, but I don't know if they actually members of the table or just, hangers on of the people that's on the table. But, Donna was having a lot to say in the meeting. And, they were talking about they really didn't want to be on Elsie's radar until they had to be. And so they was talking about making Junior the leader of this group. So Junior is like, he felt grateful and thankful that they would push him out as to being the head of the organization or this little alliance. But in my mind, the only reason they even making him the head of this alliance because they know Junior ain't got no sense. He ain't smart like that. But the only reason they doing that because, like Donna said, only a Duncan can defeat a Duncan, but they're using Junior because you got Tony Dash is back there playing chess. Junior is gonna be up there trying to play checkers, and they putting him at the forefront so they could take him out, and they could still be back there chilling, not knowing. I feel like Larry gonna call LC and let him know. Of course, we know that LC already knew about Donna and Dominique and Tony Dash meeting up with Junior and them because Vegas told them. So now, once Donna went to Larry, I feel like Larry gonna tell LC. I do. They're gonna put it together because they know they creating something. So, I skipped all over. Orlando actually ended up going to wherever Ruby and his son is. He told them, because she was like, "What are you doing here?" She was like, "I'll tell you about it later, but right now you need to get in here and pack, and you need to get packed ASAP. ASAP, ASAP, ASAP." So, that's the only thing we really saw them where they went in the house so they could pack. And that was literally all we saw Orlando doing this episode. But they stated in this round table, alliance table, whatever kind of table, that they don't trust Donna. Said they are only as strong as their weakest link, and they feel like Donna is the weakest link. So Donna's sitting up there looking crazy because, baby girl, they said you ain't never had no blood on your hands, so they need some blood on your hands. They want your hands dirty. And so that was like, for us to trust you, we need you to do something. We need you to do something, Donna. Donna ain't about that life, baby. They get her this little pretty little pow. Tell her that they want her to handle Ruby. Once she handles Ruby, then she'll be worthy to sit among them. Now, whether or not Donna gonna be able to handle Ruby, I don't know. I hate for Orlando to have to, take his auntie up out of here, but I feel like he will. I'm like, but is she really his auntie? She was his auntie by marriage, but his uncle is no longer here. So, would you still claim her? Yeah, I guess so. But Donna and Junior, my advice to the two of you. You all, well, Donna, you're a snake too, but Junior, you are amongst snakes, and none of them people on your side. They out for what they can get and what they can get only. They are just using you, and because you so angry at your father and Chippy, you willing to be used. So now you sitting here being a stupid behind pun in this game because Donna been mad at them forever. But see, you sitting here taking all your anger out on Elsie and Chippy. You should be mad with your doggone mama too, because she the one that sold you for some drugs, but you don't know that. You didn't know that. She was already trying to get high. If Chippy hadn't got her clean, you wouldn't even be here to be mad with nobody. Just stupid. I apologize, but Julian just don't work my last nerve. He been working my nerves since the doggone season started because he just stupid. But I guess these are his choices, and we will eventually see the consequences of his choices. I hope they don't take him out, but a part of me like, he might need to, but get rid of his mama. Go and get rid of Tony Dash because I don't like him either. Y'all can take out Brother Minister too because, one part of that, Sasha will still be here. Alejandro, I've been ain't liked him. And Donna, oh my God, Donna. Y'all, and when y'all had that whole situation with Alexander, y'all should have took him out then with them little ugly earrings in his ear looking like a fool. But anywho, in any way, that will be this week's episode. And please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please drop down in the comments and let me know what you think, how you feel about this particular episode this week. I'm irritated. I'm irritated as crap with Junior. I really am. And I need to stop saying that, but Junior just irritated the crap out of me. I just hate to say that. But anywho, and anyway, that will be it for me. Thank to everyone that stopped by and showed me some love. I appreciate it so much. You all have a wonderful and blessed day. And bye-bye.